Hey guys, what's up? GreenMachineSam back with another video, and today we have another episode of Tennessee Titans franchise. Last week we took on the Kansas City Chiefs in week 6. We ended up getting a win in overtime, one of our first and only wins. I think we're like 1-3-1 right now in overtime games. So not particularly on the best side of overtime games. We do have to try to avoid those as much as possible. Overtime games are just so annoying still in the regular season. So it's definitely going to be different. It's definitely going to be a change of pace, but still, we have to win our games. We're going against the 4-2 LA Chargers. I went ahead and did something that I did last year. If you guys heard me talk about this anytime in the last season, I went through all the teams that we're going to face. I made sure to go get these teams done first, and I basically readjusted some of their O-lines to make sure that their O-lines had probably the best players, or at least some players that they needed to develop over the next couple years starting. And I, moved some other guys around, especially on defense, depending on their schemes and everything, to hopefully get their schemes to fit so that they have the correct, scheme players. I don't need a 3-4 defensive end lining 3-4. Yeah, I don't need an edge rusher lining up as a 3-4 D tackle and beating my guards because they just have so much speed and everything. I'm not going to allow that to happen. There was multiple teams, where they took an edge rusher and they were listed as a 3-4 defensive end because of the scheme that they were running. And because, Madden's lazy. They haven't updated, that stuff. I seriously think they should just go to the format of going left end, right end, D tackle, nose tackle. Then you can get your edges, your nose, and your D tackles. Your 3 techs, your 1 techs, your head up, those type of guys. Then you can go strong side, weak side, and Mike backer if you really want to. You can go right corner, left corner, slot corner, and then free safety and strong safety. I think that would be the best way to describe defenses, and then depending on your playbook that you pick, will determine who goes in and stuff in certain situations and all that fun stuff, and which positions, get used in depth-wise. If you're running a 3-4, your top 2 defensive tackles and your nose tackle will get a lot of work. If you're running a 4-3, only your top nose tackle and your top D tackle will get a lot of work. All different types of things. That's not really for me to decide, and that's not really what this video is about. Of course, it's the Tennessee Titans franchise video. Like I said, we are going up against the LA Chargers. They are coming to our stadium. It's a 1 p.m. game on Sunday, and we will be looking to go 6-1 this game. Now, of course, we do have a couple of upgrade players to take care of. Treylon Burks and Mark Vickers, both pretty good and impactful guys for us, all things considered. I know Mark Vickers hasn't got a ton of reps this season, and Treylon Burks, even though he hasn't played particularly fantastic in terms of just being able to get him the football, he's still going to be a vital piece of this offense. He has, I think, 16 catches for $130 or something like that. He's only averaging like 36 yards a game. He missed one game. Another game he didn't even, see. He only saw 1 target all game, and it was an overthrow by Will Levis. So, he hasn't had a whole ton of opportunities to go out and make plays for us. Hopefully we can get him more involved in the game plan in the coming weeks. But with the run game still being such a good factor for us, we're going to continue to lean on that and continue to go towards Tajay Spears and, of course, Hassan Haskins. And with Malik Willison, it only adds to the threat of running as well. But with that being said, guys, let's hop into the game and take on the LA Chargers. So, yeah, of course, with having to take on the LA Chargers, the big spotlight is, of course, Justin Herbert. He's going to be amazing. We know that. We just have to come out and try to slow down the rest of this team. Caleb Farley on the season, 10 tackles, 5 picks, and a touchdown. We have 4 defensive touchdowns throughout the year so far, 1 for Shire, Amenihu, McCreary, and Caleb Farley. The defense has played very good. These rookies have stepped up in a big way, and I continue to trust them, and they're going to continue to be a big part of this defense going forward. They have Isaiah Spiller, and they have other guys. I don't quite remember their other running back, if I'm being completely honest. I know their receiving core includes, of course, Mike Williams, Quentin Johnston, and Palmer. They still have a decent tight end, if I remember correctly. Maybe they still have Gerald Everett, if I'm remembering correctly. Their O-line has definitely got some upgrades. Their defensive line, not as much, especially that interior D-line. We're going to be looking to take advantage of that. Of course, we are still going to be without Tyron Smith as well, so that is going to be a problem. Taylor Lewan's going to get the start, but if we have to, we'll go towards Titus Horton if need be as well. I think we're also missing Peter Skoronski, if I'm remembering correctly. But either way, let's get things underway. Franklin Amos with a big tackle, getting down the field unblocked, making the tackle. Justin Herbert's going to get the ball first. I prefer when our offense gets the ball first. At least we can try to go down and set the tone. Justin Herbert, 1,400 yards, 16 touchdowns, 3 picks on the year for him. He is playing fantastic. If I remember, he's like a top 5 quarterback in the league currently right now. So he's going to be difficult to stop. Oh, yeah, we're also without Von Florence, if I remember correctly. I completely forgot to show injuries. And there's Mike Williams. Quentin Ayers has not been able to keep up with him. So Brandon Davidson. Is it Davidson or is it Davis? Is it Davidson or Davis? Son. Let's go to coaching real quick. Yeah, so we're without a couple players here today. Yeah, we're without Von Florence, Peter Skoronski, Will Levis, and Tyron Smith. So we're missing a big part of this offense. You know, we're missing two guys on the left side and our quarterback, and then we're missing Von Florence, who's played pretty well. He doesn't put up insane stats or, like, is a ball hawk or anything. He just plays phenomenally well so far this season. 1st and 10. We're going to put Evans on the line, send some extra pressure their way. We get through, but Quentin Ayers can't keep up with Mike Williams. He has 94 speed, and he's a man coverage corner and can't beat Mike Williams. Are you kidding me? Mike Williams has 81 total yards. He wears number 81. Jesus, he has he's come out and beaten the fuck out of us right now. There's Caleb Farley knocking the ball out of Quentin Johnson's hands. I mean, granted, that's not too hard, but still. So Max Thurmond, our backup left guard, our rookie backup left guard, will be getting a chance to come out here and start as well and prove his worth even more. So there is that as well. We do have a lot of opportunities here for a lot of these young guys, especially with the injuries that we've seen so far this year. Zach Moss is their starting running back. That's correct. So it's Zach Moss, Isaiah Spiller, and I think a rookie or second year guy. They're not particularly the fastest group at running back, but then again, they're not the fastest group at wide receiver, and we've seen how they've already started off today. And there's Justin Herbert running a read option, and our safety can't get there. BD can't get there. So we will get to see Malik Willis for the first time today coming out to the 21-yard line. He's had a pretty good season so far in his limited role. 400 yards, 4 touchdowns. He's completed the ball at a decent clip. I think it's like just in the mid-60s. Maybe a little bit lower than that, if anything. But he's performed how we've asked him to. We haven't asked him to come out and do a whole ton, of course. I'm not telling him to come out here and be the greatest quarterback of all time. I'm just telling him to come out here and be a serviceable starter right now, and that's what he's kind of done. Hassan Haskins gets brought down. They sent the full fucking house. Both those backers coming down immediately, and Christian Malone just missing his block doesn't help as well. This looks like man coverage, so I should probably hop out of this screen, but I'm still going to run it. Fuck it. Get it to Bo Melton. Bo Melton to the outside. He has room to run. Can't quite make that safety miss. Must be a second or first year guy as well. Bo Melton, 20-yard reception there. He's had a fantastic year. We're going to go PA slot go. Fuck it. If Madden wants me to run this, I'm going to run it, especially with a linebacker stacked up on top of him. I highly doubt this is man, and if it is, he should be able to beat it. Bo Melton. Nobody's around him! Bo Melton! Touchdown, Bo fucking Melton! Missed coverage there by the Chargers defense, and Bo Melton will have an easy walk-in touchdown. 2 straight plays for him, and he has himself already a fantastic day. He has been the best receiver on this team by far this season. So 1st and 10 at their 24-yard line now. They're going to go 5 wide immediately. Jesus. And like I said, they have a decently rebalanced O-line, so they're going to have plenty of opportunities to make... Hooker, what are you doing against Spiller? Come on. That play can't be happening there. That's something that has to be avoided at all costs. Because we're literally there, and we just don't do anything with it. 1st and 10 now. At the 45-yard line. Play action fake, roll out. Looking across the middle, no. Dump off to the flats to Mike Williams. Evans get there. Goes out of bounds. 3-yard reception there for Mike Williams. That's fine. If he wants to do that, that's fine. I'm willing to settle for that. 3 yards of play, you're not going to get a first down. Sorry. 2nd and 7 now. Going to stack up on top of Quentin Johnson. Jump on the O-line by Rashawn Slater, and looks like the right guard as well. I know they have a decent amount of young depth on that O-line as well. I know they have a backup center. They have a guard. They have a new right guard, right tackle. So they have a lot of good young depth. And like I said, they have a backup center. They have Zion Johnson. Rashawn Slater's not particularly old either. So they got a lot of talent on that O-line. 3rd and 5. So AC Carnahan. 3rd and 5. That's going to be their rookie third down back, it looks like. Dropping into coverage, trying to cover everything over the middle. There's a wheel route by Gerald Everett. Be able to make the diving play there. Just out in front, he makes the diving play. I mean, it's an off-bounds throw. It's off the target, and Gerald Everett still makes a good play. I'm not going to, it sucks that that's completed, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend like that's unreasonable. 1st and 10, down to the 13 now. Quentin Johnson being able to hold on to the football. Caleb Farley, as soon as he turned his hips, Quentin Johnson broke inside and just easy pickings there. 1st and 10. Expecting a run to this left side. And there's Slater again. They're false starting again. Jesus. This O-line's just a little jumpy. I guess he's afraid of McIntyre. Maybe Charles Menahue as well. I know they've had a pretty good season so far, but I don't know if I'd be particularly scared of this D-line, especially when you had to go against Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack and all them multiple times, at every practice. I wouldn't be particularly scared of these rookies anyway. 2nd and 15. Not that I'm disrespecting our rookies. I'm just saying in general. 2nd and 15 now. McIntyre's going to have to be in man coverage on to Zach Moss. Play action fake. Trying to find something. And nothing going there. Mike Williams just not being able to get open enough from Quentin Ayers. 3rd and 15 now. Just one more stop is all we need at this point. I'm going to sack him up on... Fuck it. I didn't quite get him out, and unfortunately, Amani Hooker gets beat, but not quite on target, and Jeffrey Simmons is already down. He just got back, and he's already down again. I don't know what his injury rate is at, but at this point, I don't know if we can keep him much longer. So out comes the offense, 25 for 505 and 6 touchdowns. Those are, of course, including the 2 receptions he's had today. So he's having a fantastic day on the year and a fantastic year. Like I said, our best receiver statistically wise so far this season. 1st and 10, going to drop back to pass, trying to find something. Going to take off and run with Malik Willis. He has a blocker in Bo Melton, but Melton just not moving fast enough to get up to that second level, and I had to let off the gas a little bit. And Tyler Linton's now leaving the field. So our young rookie is going to be out. So Franklin Amos is going to have to step up in that spot instead. 1st and 10. Play action rollout to our left. Hit Josh Wiley in the flat. And him and Chig have virtually equal stats. I think when I checked, before I started this recording, Wiley had one more reception for a little less yards, and that was like it. There was like 5-yard difference and a reception difference between the two of them. So both of them performing pretty well in both their equal opportunities. 2nd and 16 now. Trying to find something. Willis is just going to take off and run. Go down, don't get hit. I don't need you going down as well. As much as I like Trey Lance, as good as he performed last season, I don't think we want to go to him just quite yet. 1st and 10. Screen pass. Spears. In space. Just too many Chargers there to do anything really with. Spears slow to get up. Come on. Linton will be out. Okay. Jeffrey Simmons can come back. I know I probably won't be showing the injury thing based off of where it is in the recording. He can come back. I'm just not having him come back just quite yet. Malik Willis stepping up in the pocket again. The D-line just can't maintain their, edges. Well, their rush lanes, and just Malik Willis is going to take advantage of it. What a good play from him. Halfback stretch. Joey Bosa is definitely scary, don't get me wrong. And they have a couple good young D linemen. They drafted pretty well. They drafted Moon, somebody who I particularly liked and I was looking at in that first year. But end of the first quarter, they are throwing the ball with no fucking problem. We got to slow that down in the second quarter, of course. I can't let these teams continue to throw the ball with ease like they have been. Motion Chig in, get him going. Oh, wow, that backside gets flushed down. Spears able to make a man miss, but linebacker there, what is that, Mac Wilson, senior, former Brown and Patriot, and now current Cardinal in real life, but he's going to be on the Chargers here. Going to go close zone strong here. Gets that extra blocker in Treylon Burks, who's a very strong receiver. Good guy that I trust. Wiley gets a good block on the safety and gets a couple extra yards. I wonder if Derwin James is out for the day. I don't think I've seen him so far, so I would assume he might be out. So that is fortunate enough. We don't have to worry about him sticking the fuck out of one of my guys and losing the football if he is out. You got to take advantage of teams when their players are injured, and if he's out, got to take advantage of it. 2nd and inches, handoff here to Spears again. Gets the first, not much more. I didn't think that edge was going to be open as much as it was, so I was looking for a hole back towards the inside. Not quite going there. Gonna go concepts here, play action, boot, halfback sprint flat. Get our guys involved. Traylon Burks come across, could be an option as well. Rolling out. Willis, touchdown. Joey Bosa went with Spears, so Willis is going to take off and run into the end zone for a touchdown. Responding immediately. So Herbert out again. Going to try to slow down this pass game as much as humanly possible. I would like them to start running the football a little bit more. I don't know why so many teams are so unwilling to run the football in these early stages of these games. I don't know really why. There's Zach Moss on a wheel route. Quentin Ayers just nowhere to be found. Dude, these wheel routes are so broken in Madden. I swear if they don't fix them, it's going to be a bigger problem next year, I feel like. That's always how it seems to go, is if they don't fix the problem, if they don't nerf something, all of a sudden it works even more the next year. And Davidson not getting out there. Zach Moss, big run there. Said, why aren't they running the football? And now they have a big play from it. They're probably going to start running the football a little bit more now here. That's not exactly what I was hoping for. Running here. No, play action fake, and I bite on it. And Williams there. Williams goes back to the football, gets it, and Davidson. Dude, we are struggling, to say the least, right now on defense, especially through the air. 1st and goal. Looking run here. They are, and there's Simmons back on the field making a big play there. Superstar finally showing up just a little bit. Had that great opening, game against the 49ers and just hasn't had a whole ton of opportunities since. So here we go. 2nd and goal. Gonna have Caleb Farley matched up on Mike Williams at this point. Looking for the inside zone here. Hooker, you need to come down. What? Why are you just standing in the end zone? Why are you just standing in the end zone? There is no reason. There's no logical reason for you to stand in the end zone. Up to the 27 we start. Aziz Al-Shair was also injured on the point after attempt. So we're going to see a lot of different guys today, it seems like. Amos in now here. 1st and 10. Play action fake. Looking. Trying to find something. Burks, run up the field. No, that's going to be picked. Fuck. Asante Samuel there in coverage. I was hoping he would run up the field more. Yep, nope. Torn labrum. Nice. We're going to see a lot of Terrell Dotson and Zach and Keenan Evans at this point now. 2nd and 10 now. Back to pass again. Traylon open underneath. Catch, run. I swear half his receptions have come off this play as well. No, Derwin James is in. He just doesn't have Superstar anymore. And now Goodwell's down. Holy fucking dick in my butthole. Halfback stretch. Nicholas Petit-Fier is going to come in at right tackle. If Lawan or Nicholas Petit-Fier struggle, we'll go towards Titus Horton. 1st and 10. Halfback stretch. To the edge. Gets good blocks. Up to the 2nd level and more. But gets pushed out of bounds up to the 34 now. Spears. 4 for 42. Dislocated shoulder. Dude, I think we just lost like 3 dudes in a row that are going to be out multiple weeks. This is, oh my god. I'm going to have like fucking 10 injuries. You know what? 10 Spears out. 10 Spears out. I need a dump off if Bosa comes quick. Yeah, Spears open. Catch. Gets brought down immediately. The guy that was playing on top of Wiley came down a little bit harder than expected. You go mesh flat spot here. I think Wiley and Spears should be the 2 main options here. Yeah, Spears open in the flat. Catch. Hold on to the football. There's 3, Dion Moon. I saw the injury timeout thing pop up again, and I almost fucking freaked out on somebody. I was going to be like, we're restarting this game. We don't need fucking 10 injuries right now. 3rd and 4 now. Everybody just get to the 1st down marker. Hit those out routes. Dropping back to pass. Amos open underneath. They send that pressure off that left side. Something you'll hear a lot on broadcasts in the NFL is throw where the blitzer is coming from. There's normally a weakness there. 1st and 10. Back to pass again. Bo Melton open underneath. Catch. Holds onto the football. Ball was floated a little bit and got held up by that middle backer, but still coming up with a big catch there. Bo Melton, 3 for 94 on the day. Get us in a good situation here. I'm going to wait. Okay, there we go. Oh, and this might be a house call. No! The safety plays it well. So 2nd and 5 now. Gonna drop back to pass. Wiley's open in the flats. Just give it to him. Get him a couple yards. 3rd and 1 now. Go back to the line immediately. Fuck it. Halfback draw. They don't have anybody in the box. Why not? Spears. That should be a walk-in. Yeah, basically. Spears into the end zone for a rushing touchdown. Tajay Spears. Wow. Khalil Mack goes down and makes a nice tackle on Darius Davis. Zach Moss, pretty good running so far for him today. Maybe like 6 yards to carry at minimum. Bringing Hooker down in the box, trying to play this good coverage. Ayers can't make a play, spins the wrong way. Palmer not being able to hold on to that football though. 2nd and 10 now. It was good coverage by him, just spun the wrong way. Could have had a pick, but just unfortunately spun incorrectly. Terrell Dotson, like I said, will be in now with the injury to Azeez Al-Shaair. Hopefully none of them go down, and we'll have to figure out who would come down and play in the box for us in terms of safety. Probably look towards Reed Blankenship at that point, or Davidson, just depending on who has better man coverage, could play on the back end a little bit more. 3rd and 4, dropping back into coverage, and there's Davis underneath. I didn't think he was going to stop there. I didn't. That's why I kind of ran off of that. 1st and 10, spread the D-line, let them go eat in this pass rush. There's Hooker! Can't bring Quentin Johnson down. Fuck. Should have probably just went for the knockaway there. That's my... Hooker needs to make the play there, but still. Tough looks there. Bring Davidson down. Cover that running back and Hooker there in the flat on Gerald Everett. They're gonna have to call a timeout here. Gonna bring Davidson down a little bit. Hopefully he can recover and get there. And there's Jeffrey Simmons! Sack! Forced fumble! Somebody get there! Jeffrey Simmons recovers it on his own! And he picks it up! He's gone! Naruto run into the end zone. Jeffrey Simmons forcing the sack, forcing the fumble, recovering it, and taking it the distance. He sheds that guard, knocks it out, it gets pushed up, and Jeffrey Simmons all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. I shit-talked him a little bit, and he came up big there. 3rd sack on the year for him. With them kneeling the ball down in the end zone, I would have to expect in real life you would probably just say, fuck this, and go to halftime. Avoid situations. I don't know. But then again, 36 seconds, 2 timeouts. You've been able to throw the ball all day today. It's kind of a toss-up. It would really depend on the coach at this point. 1st and 10. They're going to the air. I mean, that's really the only option you have. Yeah, you better fucking slide down. I'm going to knock your ass out with Dotson if you don't. That's one thing for certain. I'm going to bring Dotson down, get him immediately going on this O-line. Evans coming late. And there's Amenahue coming up big with a sack. He had half a sack coming into today, and he'll have a full one now. Charles Amenahue with that interception return touchdown. What was that, in week 1? So 3rd and 9 now. I'm going to call a timeout. Fuck it. Let's force them to throw this football. If they want to run the football, that's fine, but I'm going to force them to throw it if they're going to throw it. No, they're going to kneel the ball out. Fuck you. I'm calling timeouts then. Fuck you. You wanted to try to do something. I'm going to call timeouts now. Make your averages worse. Yep. Fuck you. Punt the ball. Pussy. Give Tyler Linton a chance. Let's go. Let's go. Tyler Linton, you get a chance. If nothing happens on this, you probably won't see any of it, but still. Yeah, we're going to go to the right here. And there's Asante Samuel. There's no real room there to run with Tyler Linton, unfortunately. Defense, Jeffrey Simmons comes up when needed. That's fucking big. That's very, very big right there. I will say I did forget that Tyler Linton is out, so it's actually going to be Max Smith returning kicks and punts from here on out for the rest of the game, and going forward if he does miss any significant time. So that will change how we do things on special teams, of course, a little bit. 1st and 10, though, we're going to hand off immediately to Spears. 26 duo, up to backer, up to that second level. He tries to run over that safety, not quite getting his way, but 7 yards still dragging that safety. Those extra couple of yards, getting more than he originally would have had. Going to drop back to pass. Trying to think. Probably Chig is first option. Look, Burks if for some reason the matchup isn't correct. And there's Bosa. Fuck, I took way too long. Burks was down the sideline too as I looked up. Damn, that's tough. First sack though. And that's more on me than anything. I know Nicholas Petit-Fier is not going to hold up forever against a guy like Joey Bosa. So I need to get that ball out, of course. 3rd and 18. Going to go to the screenplay. If it works, it works. If it don't, then whatever. There's Bo Melton. Big play here. Oh, and he has the first after making the linebacker and what looks to be Derwin James miss. He made Henley and Derwin James miss. He got back to the inside. He was able to pick up the first. What a fucking play from Bo Melton. Bo Melton continues to impress. One of the best free agent signings in probably Titans history. 1st and 10. Just from like a short-term perspective anyway. Deep fork here. Like I said, we're going to see a lot of Amos. And then in these formations, we're going to see some Max Smith as well. 2nd and 10. Bring Burks in motion. Get him on that out route. Why the fuck did he... Because he got hit off his route. He had to do that stutter step bullshit. If that wouldn't have happened, he would have had such a big gain there. You're going to go 7 wide down here in the box. I'm bringing Wiley across to match up on this edge rusher. And it's just going to be big on big. You guys got to go win your fucking reps. Haskins downhill gets more yards. Gets the first. 2 for 4 on the day for him. That negative 2-yard rush really kind of put a dampener on how well he's going to perform here early. In his just total yardage. Here's a trap play. Haskins up to the 2nd level and more. 9 yards there. Getting his average back to about where he is at on the season. He's averaging just over 4 yards a carry. So not as good as seasons past. But still very good. It's a good, little step. So Chig open. Not really. Catch against the linebacker though. What a throw. What a spot. And he comes up big with that catch. 1st and 10. Gonna drop everybody into routes here. No reason to keep anybody in. Spears open. I wanted to hit Melton. It's just where that linebacker was playing. I didn't really want to test it, especially on All Madden. Everybody knows All Madden kind of cheats. And we saw it just a couple weeks ago playing against the Seattle Seahawks. Boye Mafi came away with that bogus pick 6. So, 2nd and 3 now. Play action fake. Wiley, 1-on-1. Wiley, Josh Wiley, no, can't go up and get it. Derwin James in coverage. I'm willing to take that. That's only his 2nd incompletion on the day. I think that's a very good ball there. I think that's a good opportunity for him as well. I'm willing to settle for that. 3rd and 3. Looking Wiley, Spears, and Burks. Max Smith late, if anything. Spears, open, catch, run. No, doesn't get the first. We're going to go back to the line. Fuck it. 4th and 1. You gotta go for it to win it sometimes. 4th and 1. You can send Amos in motion. Get him across. Hopefully he can pick up this, corner on this side. Downhill, Spears gets free and gets up to the 2nd level. 9 for 66 on the day for him. He's definitely played well considering, how many opportunities we've given him so far today. 1st and 10. Damn, they're bringing that safety down on that side. Okay, we're going to go strong side run here then. I was going to go weak side, but if they're going to bring that safety down on that weak side, I don't have any blockers, for him. So can't go that way if they're just going to have, because then it would just be a one-on-one opportunity, and I don't think Haskins can make him miss. At best, he would probably just run him over, but then again, it's probably not going to result in a big carry. 2nd and 6 now. Haskins, we're going to be running to this left side. If Malone can get up to that backer and seal him, we should be in a good situation. Or even Thurmond. Big play there. 3rd and inches now. Haskins. I'm going to go halfback sprint flat here. See what we got. Haskins. Almost picked by Derwin James. And Josh Wiley's down. Going to go halfback lead here. Like I said, just win your reps. I'm going to motion Taysom Hill back across. He's going to go on Bosa. I don't need him to hold a big block. That's why I'd rather have Hill against him. Strong side. Haskins downhill. Not quite into the end zone. 6 for 27. We go, fuck it, mountain zone. Yeah, let's go mountain zone here. Let's go mountain zone. We're going to lock up onto Bosa here. Chig across the line. Taysom Hill's going to be leading the play here. Haskins, no, that D-line barely able to make a play. 2nd and goal now. 7 for 26, just under 4 yards a carry now. Broken thumb, and I definitely know that's a multiple week injury, so... Well then, we're going to have a lot of free agents coming in next week. That's going to be a big problem for us. 2nd and goal now. We're going to read this end. Willis. No, he can't escape Mac Wilson. Big loss there. Going to go back to the line immediately. I don't love what I see. We can always sub out of it. You know what? Let's go this way. Let's go this way. Let's see if they can match up incorrectly. I'm going to send Spears on a wheel, but we're going to send him back the other way. Could be pretty interesting if it's man. No, it's zone. Malik Willis, scramble. Scramble drill. Malik Willis. No, not quite into the end zone. 4th and goal. I want to go for it. Fuck it. At the 1, I'm going for it. We've came this far and we've went for it multiple other times. I'm going for it here as well. We're going to go concepts, run, outside zone, and we're going to go this halfback stretch play to the right side with Haskins. Send a Kwanko out, get him that extra little lead step. To the outside, Haskins. No, he's going to be down at the 1. Derwin James able to make a play there. Sheds and able to make the play. Unfortunately. Jesus. Bring Davidson down into the box. Hop under Monte Jones. Try to win this rep. He can't quite. Zach Moss able to get out of the end zone. Still at the 1, but end of the quarter. I know, shouldn't go for it. Should take the points. Go up 2 scores there. I understand that. I really do. But I trusted the offense. I trusted them to go out there and try to get it, and it just didn't work out as well as I was hoping. I'm going to be honest. Just, yeah. It is unfortunate. It really is, but I'm willing to go for it and try to make a play. Zach Moss, big play there. Hooker having to come up with the tackle. 3rd and 4. Now with them off the end zone, I'm willing to play man here. Hopefully somebody can come free. Gonna hop on Wesley, try to help out with him. Caleb Farley! Dude, he literally just gets pushed out of the play by Darius Davis. I don't know what to do there. That curl route was played perfectly because of what Darius Davis did. He literally, look at that. He literally hits him out of the fucking way. You know, his superstar should be activating, and this should either be a pick or a knockout. And instead, Darius Davis gets in his way. I don't know how that's not an offensive pick. I really don't. Granted, I know if Madden would try to program those into the game, they would suck as well, and they would always be getting called. So, you know, take your pick, I guess, as to what you want happening. 2nd and 8 now, after a 2-yard rush from Zach Moss. Just need the defense. We can't let them drive 99 yards. That's my biggest thing right now, is do not let them drive 99 yards. Please, for the love of God, do not let them drive 99 yards. I can't let up a 99-yard drive because I trusted the offense. 3rd and 8. One more play. Come on, guys. Show up, show out right here, right now. Jeffrey Simmons, I need you, big fella. Come on. I need you to come through. Wesley wins his rep, but nobody's there to stop Herbert! There's literally supposed to be a zone coverage in the middle of the field that we purposely put there, and he doesn't react to Justin Herbert running the football. Not at all. Caleb Farley backpedaling. As soon as he turns his hips, Williams hits that out route and just open. 260 on the day for Herbert. Just every single time Farley goes to turn his hips, Mike Williams is literally breaking the opposite direction. 1st and 10. Dropping into coverage. Davidson, you're going to have to come up, make a play here. At least wrap him out of bounds, and he does. 5-yard reception there for Zach Moss. Gonna put Dotson in a fucking QB spy, I guess. Amenahue, do something. Davidson there with a good breakup. So yeah, 3rd and 5. Khalil Mack now into the game. We're gonna send some extra pressure here. Somebody get home. No. Gets a quick out there from Darius Davis on that curl. Underneath. 2 for 13. Crazy. Gonna immediately go to man coverage here. I need somebody to step up and make a play. Khalil Mack, win a rep. Why is Dotson going on Mike Williams in that case? There's literally a tight end and a fucking running back on the field. Why would you ever put a linebacker on a receiver? Why? Madden doesn't make any sense to me. 1st and 10 here. And hop on Wesley. Try to help him out, win a rep. No, Keenan McIntyre wins his. Ayers can't get there. Knocks it away, but Darius in coverage on Darius Davis. Having almost 6 inches of height there, if not more. No, maybe 8 inches of height. I think Quentin Ayers is 6'4", and I think Darius Davis is 5'8", so yeah, 8 inches there. 2nd and 10 now. Handoff. Zach Moss and Keenan Evans having to be that play caller now, winning his rep, getting downhill. 3rd and 8. Zion Johnson out. Their backup left guard will come in now. 3rd and 8. Going to drop in coverage with Dotson, cover this middle of the field, and there's Gerald Everett. And Quentin Ayers is not fast enough to recover. Gerald Everett up the seam, touchdown. So they decided to go for 2 points, and I didn't even notice. I put my controller down and started to do something else, and they went for 2 and got it. So that's nice. First and 10. Nice. So we got to go down and score. Simple as that. First and 10. Going to read this edge. He comes. Keep. Get to the outside. Malik Willis. Big run there. First and 10 now. Got to stay in bounds, though. I would prefer you staying in bounds and only getting 9 than getting 10. And I'm going to try PA slot the other way. Let's see if Burks can win it. And fuck it. If Melton wins his post, this could be open as well. No, nothing open. Chig was open, but I didn't think I could get it there to that sideline. Just 2nd and 10 now. I don't know why I went to that. I really don't. Deep fork here. Bring Max Smith on the drag, actually. Then Spears just immediately up the field. If he gets matched up on a linebacker, this could be interesting. Max Smith, open up immediately. Catch, run. Good block there from Tajay Spears. Up the sideline goes Max Smith. Back juke and tackled down finally by Henley. 1st and 10, Max Smith. I think his first reception on the year. And he goes fucking big and berserk for it. We go halfback dive here. Big on big. Let's win. And just, I guess, confusion there amongst the O-line. And just, they let the guys through. It's been 3 straight plays where Spears has had no running room, by the way. 2nd and 11. Gonna go stretch play to this outside. Seal that edge. No, Chig can't get there. Dude, blocking has just been so bad this second half for Spears. Bench halfback angle, 3rd and 11. Looking Chig and Amos here immediately. Dropping back to pass, trying to find something. No, and Joey Bosa and that other edge are there. That's more me than anything. Bosa shed to the inside and was just standing in that A gap as soon as I walked up. So, 2-minute warning as well. So they're going to have plenty of time to go down and do whatever the fuck they want. And it's going to be tough stopping them. Cover 2 man at the 19. They have 81 yards to go. They have to go down and score a touchdown. So, going to need the defense to show up here. One big play can change the game. Remember that defense. McIntyre tries to win. No, nobody there to cover Herbert either. Somebody forced the ball out. I have it on aggressive for a reason. Go force the fucking football out. Stop taking him down. Try to win, and hopefully Dotson can come up in that QB spy if need be. And there's Farley being able to knock the ball away from Mike Williams. 119. They're gonna run down this clock too. So if they go down and score, it's over. I can tell you that much right now. They're gonna go down and they're gonna waste as much of this clock as humanly possible. So if we let them score, this is it. 3rd and 10 now. Granted, this is 4-down territory, so it being 3rd and 10 isn't particularly like, oh, we're out of the woods. We're out of the woods. Just one decent play. No, not even close. Gonna hop on Wesley. Try to get him to win. Wesley to the inside. Beats his man, and Quentin Johnson can't get there. 4th and 10. One play. Defense. One play. I don't even need you guys to play super excellent. I just need you guys to play okay at minimum. We're going to have him come down on a QB spy. Have Brandon Davidson come down on QB spy. Because if Herbert runs, there's Ayers' pick! He gets tested and he'll end up winning that one. Quentin Ayers down the sideline. Forced out at the 34. Quentin Ayers coming up big. Wesley as well with that spin move back to the inside. Oh, Jesus. That was a lot more stressful than it needed to be. It really, really was. The end of this game was a lot more stressful than it really ever needed to be. Gonna run the ball here. They have 3 timeouts, so they are able to stop the time a couple times. If we get a first, though, it's automatically GG. Halfback dive. Back to this left side. I need you guys to get up. Dorian Dixon needs to take this one tech out, and then Malone up to backer. Haskins. I couldn't sit there and wait around forever for him. I just couldn't. I think this is just inside zone. I'm really hoping it is. I'm hoping it wasn't a read option. There's Spears. Get to the edge. No, they're going to be able to call a timeout. They want me to... Why wouldn't we kick the field goal here? I'm kicking the field goal. It puts us up 9. I'm kicking the field goal. Why would I go for it in this situation? Because the clock stops if I get stopped anyway. So there's legitimately no point for me to go for it. Because if I don't get it, the clock stops. They have 49 seconds. And then their passing game's been good all day. There's no reason to go for it. Up 9 here late. Yeah, there's virtually no way. Unless they score here on this one play, which I'm not going to let them do that, there's no way that they can come up and make this play. There's no way they can come back from this at this point. Gonna get on this D line, help out. And there's Spiller. Okay, maybe so. Maybe they do have a chance. They're gonna burn 10, if not 20 seconds here. Okay, just need a tackle here. Somebody win. Trying to stop them. Spiller to the outside. 12 seconds. They would have to score here. At this point, you have to score here. You have to look in zone. It's your only option. Scoring on a second play from here isn't worth anything at this point. Wesley. Win your rep. Simmons wins his. Not quite getting to the quarterback there. 3rd and 5. Herbert able to get that ball out. And a lot of his incompletions have been coming so far late today. I'm going to send this extra pressure. Fuck it. Let's win. Somebody get home. 1-on-1. Everybody across the board. You get an opportunity to go make a play. Go make it. Davidson there. Knocked out of Spiller's hands. Davidson coming up big. He's had a couple bad plays today, but overall has played relatively well. Relatively well. Okay, here we go. They don't have time to do anything else, but... No, knocked away. Blankenship, you should go up for a pick for that. You shouldn't just knock it away. We end up getting the win here. Like I said, a lot more stressful than what it needed to be, of course. The 4th and 1 at the goal line, if we take points there, it's almost never in question. We would be up 31 at that point. There would have been no point for them to go for the 2. There would have been almost no question at all. But instead, we took the chance. It didn't pay off for us, but still a very good game. Jesus, Treylon Burks still isn't getting involved. 2 for 31. He just continues to catch 2 balls for like 30 or so yards. Jesus, Treylon just not getting involved. But we have a lot of injuries to go look at, unfortunately. So this is going to be an interesting week. Depending on how many of these guys are out long term, could change how this season goes, definitely. So yeah, 2 new injuries to take care of. Of course, it blows. Of course, we get 2 guys back in Florence and Skoronski next week. We're losing Shair for 4 weeks, and we're losing Josh Wiley for 4 weeks. So we will have to pick up probably at least a tight end and a backer going into next week. So we will have to drop probably a couple players, mainly looking towards probably Josh Thompson and maybe somebody else. I don't know who as of yet. It sucks. It really does. Oh, I brought up a lineman to keep Skoronski at bay. We dropped DJ Jones since Simmons was back, so... We'll drop the O-lineman back down to practice squad, and we'll have to bring in a backer. I don't think we have anybody on the practice squad. If we do, we will bring them in, and we will have to look to bring in a tight end and replace somebody. Probably Josh Thompson is probably one of the best bets. Not best bets, but one of the lower overall guys that just doesn't get a whole ton of play time, is on special teams the most. So that is unfortunate. We are losing 2 pretty big key factors on both sides of the football for the next couple weeks. Of course, one of the weeks being a bye, so it's going to help out a little bit. After we sim, it's only going to be 3 weeks, so they're only realistically going to be missing 2 games, but still it does suck having not being able to have those guys, especially going into a divisional game against the Texans, of course. It's just going to suck. It is. You're losing the play call over the defense. You're losing easily our best tight end so far through the franchise. Chig's good, don't get me wrong, but he just hasn't done enough. Next man up, I would assume that's either going to be Evans or Chig at this point. So we'll have a lot of stuff to take care of. It is week 8, though, as well, so we have to decide what we're doing with a lot of the players. I think McCreary's played fine enough. I don't think he had a real ton of opportunities. There was a couple plays on Davis, but they were mainly curl routes, and I'm willing to give those up. He came down and made tackles, so I'm not too worried about those, all in all. We are having to go to NRG Stadium. Apparently, Derek Stingley's throwing the football. I'm just kidding. I know it's CJ Stroud. I know Madden sucks. 1,700 yards, 17 touchdowns, and 4 picks. If those stats are correct for CJ Stroud, they are looking pretty good all in all. So, it'll be a tough game. 5-1, 2 different teams at the top of the division this year. The first year, it was the Colts. The second year, it was the Jags. And now it's us and the Texans. This is going to be a battle for who can really take control of the AFC South going forward. But if you guys enjoy this content or the content here on my channel, I would appreciate it if you guys do stick around and subscribe. I don't know when exactly this one's going to be coming out. I would like for it to go out before the draft, but if for some reason it doesn't, it probably won't come out until like a week after the draft. So it'll either be Thursday the 25th or Thursday May 2nd. Will be one of the 2 dates that this will probably come out on. It just depends on how much more content I need to get out for the draft before the draft and during the draft and all that fun stuff. I know it won't be through the first 3 days of the draft, if not through the first 4 days of the draft, because mainly those will be reactions and roster updates and all that fun stuff. If you guys do not know, I do roster updates. I would assume that's mainly why most of you guys are here on my YouTube channel. Please stick around and subscribe. I'll be having updates throughout the draft for the rookies. The reason why I wait for the draft is because when a player is picked, it determines their overall for every position. Some positions vary by overall depending on where they're picked and what positions to not break the game, as well as when you create the player and put them on the team right away, they get a guaranteed 4-year or at least a 5-year deal if you give them a high enough overall, which then means they won't have a 3-year. Their contracts won't be fucked up like some people's are on their rosters. So stick around for all that fun stuff for the draft next week, all that fun stuff. And of course, I'll be back with more videos like this. But with that being said, I'm out. Peace.